TikTok. And when you do stuff like that, and you're drawing attention to yourself because of that, that can be problematic for you, especially when the comparison is going to be drawn to Caitlin Clark, who isn't doing such things.
They don't have ass like me.
You gotta be able to move it just a little bit. She's doing all this.
Angel Reese on Wildin' Out.
I've seen Angel Reese wilding out. I don't know if I've seen her on wilding out. Angel Reese won't sit her fucking ass.
Stephen A. Smith loses it completely after Reese drops a jaw-dropping new video that has left fans completely stunned. What's the buzz all about? Let's find out.
I like about the backlash. Clearly, it's something that a lot of people can't take. So if it's something that you can't take, maybe you shouldn't expose yourself.
Angel Reese is no stranger to making waves both on and off the basketball court, but her recent viral moment is one that has generated intense conversation across social media platforms. The LSU star, who has consistently commanded attention for her undeniable talent and larger-than-life personality, took to Instagram to post a video of herself dancing, kind of dancing.
And two things is for certain, especially in the social media era, is that every single thing that you do contributes to whatever it is that you're going to benefit off of or fall back from. And I'm talking about all of your image. It's not just what you do on the court, it's what you do off the court.
While some may have expected Reese to stay focused on her basketball career, this light-hearted moment has reignited the debate about her image and how she chooses to express herself in the public eye. The video quickly went viral, with fans, critics, and media outlets weighing in on the unexpected content.
Morning, she says that she's disappointed in us.
She's
hard.
Don't listen. She can't do nothing play basketball. I ain't the reason why we just start setting. I be looking at the way she dressed. She don't want to play basketball. She want to hoe.
Nevertheless, Reese has always been known for her boldness, and this video seemed to embody her fearless attitude both on and off the court. She has made a name for herself with her fiery, unapologetic approach to basketball and her willingness to stand out in the ever-evolving landscape of women's sports.
Man, Angel Reese is like the only WNBA player I see who like flaunts her femininity and sexuality like that. I don't see a lot of other WNBA players doing that at all.
Whether it was her famous "you're too small" taunt or her quick wit during interviews, Reese has never been one to shy away from the spotlight. The dance video was just another example of how she embraces the attention, not just for her athletic ability, but for her personality.
Not kidding you. This happened, it was put on a video, and then it was released. Somewhere Charleston White is smiling his ass off. She's never beaten these allegations at this point, okay? She's not. I mean, do you care about basketball at all? I mean, we have to start asking that question.
However, the video also sparked controversy, as many fans pointed to it as an example of behavior that didn't align with the image some believe she should maintain. Critics argued that as a high-profile athlete with the potential to lead women's sports to new heights, yet for Reese this moment was likely just another way to assert her individuality. She is a young woman in a world where athletes are often expected to fit into predetermined boxes. Whether it's through her game-winning performances or viral moment like this dance video, she refuses to conform to anyone's expectations but her own. In an age where personal branding is everything, Reese knows how to keep her name in the conversation. Whether people love her or not, they don't have like while teaching the unrivaled girls how to dance showcases her playful and charismatic side. Critics like Stephen A. Smith and a segment of women's basketball fans believe it detracts from her focus on the game. They argue that moments like this invite the very backlash. Angel has openly spoken against, leaving many to question whether she's intentionally stoking the flames or simply living her truth. Angel, however, stands firm in her belief that she can balance both worlds, dominating the court and being a relatable young woman enjoying her life. She's made it clear that she doesn't do these skits to provoke, but rather to inspire confidence and authenticity in her fans. Yet the tension remains. But what do we call this as Angel Reese redefining what it means to be a sports star in the modern era, or is she blurring the lines between personal freedom and professional responsibility?
Walk around in booty shorts and jump up on stage with stuff that's salacious, or do all the little TikTok dances and stuff like that. To be honest with you, I believe that Angel Reese don't really care about basketball. She's just using basketball as a way to kick in the door to ultimately make herself a social media or pop culture.
Angel Reese being the center of attention for all the wrong reasons is frustrating many basketball fans who believe she's squandering her potential, while Caitlin Clark, her peer and rival, focuses on honing her craft, recovering and preparing for a promising WNBA season, where the Indiana Fever Angel has found herself in the headlines for another viral moment, this time teaching the unrivaled girls how to dance despite her undeniable talent. Reese is continually criticized for going viral for reasons unrelated to basketball. Fans and analysts alike have expressed disappointment in her priorities. Caitlin Clark has become a beacon of discipline and dedication, spending her off-season perfecting her game and steering clear of controversies. This stark contrast has fueled comparisons between the two athletes, with Fever fans and critics claiming that Clark's approach makes her a superior role model and player. Clark is a hell of a lot better than Angel Reese. After receiving loads of backlash, Reese ended up deactivating her Instagram on New Year's Day, although it has since been reactivated on January 8th, and many believe the reason was because of the negative comments she received from these posts following her controversial moments last year, where she made headlines for her fiery on-court persona, including the much-discussed "you're too small" gesture towards Caitlin Clark. Fans were eager to see how Reese would continue to craft her image by taking a break from social media. Many believed it was a strategic move for Reese to shift the narrative back to her game. However, instead of retreating into silence, she made an even bigger splash by showcasing a different side of herself, one that mixes confidence, charisma, and a flair for drama.
Women's basketball right now, it all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that, because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Reese's viral dance video wasn't just about a catchy tune or her smooth moves. It was a statement in a world where athletes are often boxed into rigid expectations of behavior. Reese has continually defied norms. Her return to social media, paired with a viral stunt that was equal parts fun and rebellious, reinforces her position as not only a dominant figure in college basketball, but a cultural icon as well. She is more than just an athlete. She is a brand, a personality that commands attention, both on and off the court.
To the media or me?
As you see it.
I feel like I'm the best player in the country.
Okay, who's the second best player in the country?
The dance itself, shared with millions of followers, wasn't simply about grabbing attention. It's an extension of Reese's ability to control the narrative by showcasing a playful side. After a brief hiatus, she's reminding everyone that she's a multidimensional figure, one that's not solely defined by the pressures of sports stardom. The stunt is a declaration that she can be both fierce on the court and fun-loving off it as Ree gears up for the next chapter of her basketball career. This viral moment is an important reminder of her influence beyond the game.
Whereas with Angel Reese, sometimes you find yourself scratching your head and wondering what the hell she's doing. Like that photo right there. Listen, I see the way you walk in the game. Just listen. She's a beautiful young lady. And there's a lot of beautiful young ladies in the WNBA. But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. It's not going to work with people. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work.
The rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese remains one of the most talked about storylines in college basketball. And despite the months that have passed, the comparisons between these two powerhouse athletes show no sign of fading away. From the intense battles on the court to the highly publicized moments off it, the two stars have consistently found themselves in the spotlight for both their talents and personalities. But for some fans, the conversation has become entrenched in a debate over who is truly the superior player, and that debate often extends into issues of conduct, public image, and how they handle the pressure of being at the center of attention.
I mean, I'm just trying to be honest with you. I mean, this gal right here is actually got, but what you got going on there, Angel? Okay, well, there was a lot of response to this. Let's put it that way. All right, this video got released, and as you can imagine, it was destruction. That's all I gotta say.
A large faction of fans continues to hold Caitlin Clark in the highest regard, often asserting that she is a better player not just by a slim margin, but by a wide gap. Clark, who led Iowa to national prominence with her incredible scoring ability, deep range, and unmatched leadership on the court, has earned accolades that have solidified her as a generational talent. Her poise both on and off the court has earned her the admiration of many, and her ability to stay above the fry free from controversy has positioned her as a role model for younger fans of the sport. For many, this juxtaposition between Clark's seemingly unblemished conduct and Reese's often in-your-face persona fuels a perception that Clark is simply more deserving of praise as a better player. Made some comments about Angel Reese. Yeah, you called her garbage compared to Caitlin Clark. Yes, while Clark is lauded for her dedication to basketball and commitment to excellence, Reese's fiery, confident attitude has drawn a different kind of attention. The LSU star has made headlines not just for her on-court performances, but for her often bold, sometimes controversial moments that keep fans talking. Her refusal to shy away from expressing herself, whether through her emotional celebrations or viral stunts, has made her a polarizing figure. Some love her brashness, seeing it as a refreshing take on what it means to be a star in women's sports, while others criticize her for what they see as a lack of decorum. And
before she ultimately graduated to the pros, she brought up all of these things, which means she was aware of it. And if you're aware of it, you have to understand that that's going to be part of the judgment that comes against you, fair or unfair. That's what I'm saying to her.
One of the most recent chapters in this ongoing saga comes from Stephen A. Smith, the outspoken ESPN personality and staunch supporter of Angel Reese Smith, who has frequently defended Reese against her detractors. Recently gave the LSU star a piece of advice that resonated with both her fans and critics. In his candid commentary, Smith urged Reese to focus more on her game and less on the distractions of the social media spotlight, suggesting that the attention she garners from stunts or controversial moments could ultimately hurt her long-term legacy. According to Smith, Reese has immense potential and the skill to be one of the greatest, but if she continues to get caught up in viral moments and fan backlash, it could derail her career and prevent her from reaching her full potential.
They went just as hard for Angel. They went just as hard for Angel Reese as they do for Caitlin Clark. When Angel Reese was getting backlash for being outlandish and a female how she is.
Angel Reese got the same thing.
You got Shaq and everybody that was.
The advice from Smith seemed to carry a tone of concern for Reese's future. His perspective was grounded in the belief that Reese should rise above the noise and let her talent speak for itself. For someone like Smith, who has a history of defending players when the spotlight gets too bright, his message to Reese came with the intention of helping her navigate the complexities of being a public figure. He highlighted that athletes are often judged not only for their performance on the court, but also for their off-court behavior, and as a rising star, Reese would need to carefully balance her swagger with the demands of professionalism.
I think you're being a little bit too PC. Let's call it what it is. I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is, by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it. Now, yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows there's social media. She is not dumb. She's quite a brilliant young lady. She's very smart, very accomplished. And on top of it all, she is in this age where she does know social media exists. And she has exploited it to her advantage. And so when you take that into consideration, that means you're mindful of the imagery and the perception that you're assisting in creating about yourself.
One of the most recent chapters in this ongoing saga comes from Stephen A. Smith, the outspoken ESPN personality and staunch supporter of Angel Reese Smith, who has frequently defended Reese against her detractors. Recently gave the LSU star a piece of advice that resonated with both her fans and critics. In his candid commentary, Smith urged Reese to focus more on her game and less on the distractions of the social media spotlight, suggesting that the attention she garners from stunts or controversial moments could ultimately hurt her long-term legacy. According to Smith, Reese has immense potential and the skill to be one of the greatest, but if she continues to get caught up in viral moments and fan backlash, it could derail her career and prevent her from reaching her full potential.